Hi all, welcome back to the next video. In this short video, hopefully, it's going to look at the team section. Now, I guess it is worth mentioning that I did go and get 4 people JPEGs, just so we can use an image of each person within the team. Then we're going to create some cards which look a little bit like this actually. And then we're going to have the image of the person in there and a brief description of who they are and what they do pop up when you hover over it. So we're only going to do 4, hence the reason I've got 4 images. So, sorry, you didn't see what I was pointing at, did you? When I when I said it's going to be a bit like this, I meant this image over here. That looks a bit like the card we're going to create with instead of an image of a rocket, it's going to be an image of a person, and then a slide up section describing, well, stating their name and position within the team. So we go over to the index.html. Let's comment this team section. And again, we want to create a section. I'm going to give this an ID of content section 3. So if you can think of better IDs, please use them because these are rubbish. And within there, I think we had a div with a class of content in each of these. I don't know why I'm creating such space there. And we have a heading, team, and now we'll put some space. Right, so far that's the same as what every section's got. So you've got section, content, header, and then within here, whatever you want this section to contain. So let's fold that up. So if we save that and we go up to here and we add the ID, content section 3. Save that. And if we go to team, we should see the space available to us because we've obviously styled all sections already and all H1s already. So within here, I'm going to create a kind of container for our cards. So let's do a div class of card container. And actually I'm going to move that up as well. I'm only going to make space where I think it's going to be easier for you to read. So within here we're going to create the cards themselves. So I'm going to do a div with a class of card, and in this one a class of card 1. And I'm going to leave it at that for now so we can sort of structure how the card's going to be within this section. So let's leave that there. So remember we've got a card container and we have 1 card. So let's go over to our style sheet and let's do the team section. Title it so we comment it so we know where we are and what we're doing. So I guess the first thing we want to style is the actual container that's going to be over here. So let's target that card container. And because we're going to have things within the card container, cards, we want to do a display of flex and then flex direction of row. While we're here, we may as well just finish off the styling for this. We're going to make it 100% or width of the section it's in, content section 3. We're going to give it a height of auto, so auto expands the height if we need it to, as the parent does. We're going to give the cards gap 30 pixels. And we're going to justify content to the center. Let's give it a margin top of 100 pixels. All you saw is this move because we've created the element beneath. Well, it's here with a margin of 100. That is it. So let's carry on. So let's target the cards. So we're going to, for this one, we're going to do display block. Give it a height of 320 pixels and a width of 225 pixels. And I'm going to also set a min width on here so the widths don't get adjusted by Flexbox when we add further content. Background color. Let's just do steel blue for now so you can see one. There you go. There's the card. The card, because we've only actually added one here. If we go and copy, there we have 3 cards. Actually, let's get rid of them for now because we just want to style the one. So we don't want it to be steel blue, so let's give it a box shadow of RGBA. Let's say 000 for black and 50% capacity. Did that do anything? Didn't look like it, did it? That's because I'm an idiot. 3 pixels. So X is going to be 0, Y is going to be 3 pixels, and the blur is going to be 7 pixels. There we go. Now I'm going to give this a different colour. I'm going to give it very light grey. There we go, that's our card. Although I've only really given it that colour because so we can see it. In fact, let's do 10 there. That's a bit. It's better. Because the image is going to go in here anyway, so you won't see the background colour, but let's leave it there so we can actually see it. Let's give it a border radius. Border radius of 5, not 50, 5 pixels, like that. What else do we want? We don't want things to overflow. Overflow hidden. That will become necessary later. We also want to give it a position of a relative. And this will become apparent why shortly. Relative. And we also want to say, where's that gone? We'll come, let's just put this in, background size cover, and then I'm going to comment it out for a second. Right, so the card hasn't changed visually, but if we go back to here, right, in this card I want to add an image, as we said before, so we want to go into images and pick person 1. Then in here I'm just going to put person 1, save. You saw the colour change because the background of the image is, well, the whole image is in there, but because we've got overflow hidden, you can't see the rest of it. So, back to styles, if we do background cover save, and then if we actually go to the image, .card img, and we say width of 100% of its container, which is the card, and there it is. So, what else do we want in there? I suppose we could group together the details of the person. So if we do a div about person, and then within there let's do a span with a class of card name, should be person name really, but let's leave it at that. Emma Angel. And then another span with a class of, I'll keep doing that, card description, and we'll make her team leader because she's very happy. Look at her. Save that. You probably see the text flash up there before the image loaded. So let's style that. So we don't actually want it to, well, we're going to make it appear here for a minute so we can see what we're doing. So we want to actually target the about person and then put it as a box at the bottom for now. So let's do about person. Displayed as a block. Give it a background color of white. Make sure it's 100% width of the container it's in, the card. We want to give it a height of 25%, say, of the card's height. Now, position absolute. Hence the reason we needed relative in here, because it will look for the nearest parent with the position of relative set. We don't want it set to the body or anything, so position relative absolute. And we're going to do bottom 0 and z index, so we can actually see it. 2, and there it is. So we don't want to show it to start with, so we'll do minus 25. Excuse me. Here we'll do minus 25% save. And if we look at that, we can see that it's just below the image, and because overflow hidden again is set, it's not showing it. So if we remove that, you'll see it there. But we only want to see it when we hover. So, should we do that? We'll get to that. Where are we? Minus 25. But for now, we're going to set that at 0 so we can actually style what's inside. So if we do about person, it's a card name, wasn't it? Card name. Or shall we just do, I'll tell you what, let's target both spans and say display blocks. There's no point doing this twice. Text align center. Okay, and now we can target them individually. So, what do we want to do? About person, let's go for the name first. Card name. It's already display block, so we don't need to do that. Let's give it a height though of 40 pixels. Also a line height of 40 pixels. Color of red. The text. Font size. Let's do 1.2 rem. And let's space the lettering by 2 pixels. There we go. So you spelled angel? I don't think it is. That's angle. I don't even know if that's right, but there we go. So now this bit. What should we do with that? Description. Let's give it a different colour. About person. Card description. Colour. Let's do an RGBA. Let's do black at 0.7. Let's change the font size slightly to 0.8 rem. And why not give it a font style of italic? There we go. That'll do. It's just demonstration. You can make it look however you like. Right then. The hover part. This here we're going to copy, and then we're going to minus 25%. So it's disappeared. Let's move this out of the way. And then we're going to come down here and say about person. Oops, hover, and then we want to target the this actual about person. So about person, and then we want to bring back that. Save. No, idiot. Let's target the card, don't we? There you go. It appears, but it just appears, which, well, that sucks. So let's go back up to the about person part and say transition. Yeah, let's just do 2 seconds like that. There you go. Pops up, pops down. Right, that is basically it. So we can go now and say, right, we want to copy this. Copy. Change this one to 2. And the reason I put that card 2 there is just in case we wanted to reference it separately. Let's give this one a name. I don't know. Evan Rave. And he's going to be in marketing. There we go. So now we've got Emma and Evan. So we can just keep going, put however many we like. Copy. Let's make this 3. Let's call this one Ella Hart. Let's do this one as 4. Call this one Jacob Steele, and what's that to do? Accounts and design. There we go. So now we've got 4 of them. There we go. And that is the team. So now we want to concentrate on the responsiveness. So there's not really that much you need to do here, apart from change the direction. Because if we come down to, I think it was 940, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Down here, 940. Yeah. So we're below 940, and you can see that they're starting to disappear off the screen. So within the media query, let's go down to the bottom, and again let's go to put in team section, and what do we want to do? We want to look at the card container, I believe. Make the flex direction column. And there we go, but unfortunately they are not aligned. So let's sort that out. Align items center. There you go. Now ideally you'd have 2 next to each other, or however many could fit, but I'm going to leave it like that so don't get it too confusing. I mean, you could use grid to actually do this, but anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm starting to ramble. But yes, that is the teams section complete, and in the next part we're going to do the contact form. So I'll see you there.